What's up, Bearded Banker podcast listeners? You can catch every episode of the Bearded Banker podcast on YouTube and Spotify and now Apple Podcasts. You can also visit www.michaelswigert.com, check out all of our other content, and get every other podcast that we have released. This episode is coming to you guys on a really, really hot, humid summer day in the summer, and Erin Stoll joined us. Erin Stoll joined us in the studio, and she rocked it. No pun intended, or we can have the pun intended. So she is a country music songwriter and performer, singer, very talented. Her voice is unreal. Her band is awesome, and she is from Northeast Ohio, a small town just down the road, and is now on the road to stardom and living her life in Tennessee, just outside of Nashville, and performing all across the United States and Nashville. So it was great hearing from her the insight about chasing her dream, chasing her goals, and becoming a full-time performer, songwriter, singer. It was eye-opening. It was tough for me because some of you may know. Now everybody's going to know. Not the biggest fan of country music, but her stuff is awesome, and she let us listen a brief sneak peek of an unreleased song that she is going to, I believe, be releasing in the next couple weeks. So you get to hear that firsthand, and it was a good time. So want to thank her for coming in the studio, bring in some of her band with her as well. So that was cool hearing from Caleb and hearing about him from Alabama. First of all, his accent was made us laugh a little bit, but just hearing his story, his journey, it was awesome. So sit back, make sure you give us a like, a follow, a subscribe, share it, and let's go.
It's like Dags. You like Dags? Oh, you mean dogs.
Welcome to the Bearded Banker Podcast that is brought to you by Alcova Mortgage and the Alcova Can-Do Pre-Approval. A pre-approval that guarantees your loan or pays the buyer and the seller of a property if your mortgage pre-approval falls through. Call us at 330-758-7542 to learn more. Alcova Mortgage, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS ID number 40508. Michael Swigert, NMLS ID number 1240868. NMLSConsumerAccess.org. Terms and conditions apply. All loans subject to credit approval. Now sit back, scroll through Instagram, keep overstimulating yourself, and enjoy your host, Michael Swigert.
Give us your best, ladies and gentlemen, for tonight.
How loud can I yell? Because it's like, I'll yell loud.
I mean it'll get blasted,
right,
so go away from the microphone.
I'm going to yell at the top of my lungs.
All right, so then go away from the microphone a little bit, right there.
I'll look that way?
Yeah, that's it.
Ladies and gentlemen!
You like that?
Your starting lineup for the Toon Squad. That's what you should do.
Lady. Yeah, I wish I could do that. I don't have an announcer voice.
Very funny. Let's all diss the duck. Yeah, so Aaron's going to be announcing at our local high school football game.
Yeah.
First, a little nervous. I was thinking about actually going and recording, like making some content out of it.
Why not?
It's way too hot for me to do that.
Oh, yeah. Well, it'll be 85 by the time the game starts.
Yeah, I don't really feel like sweating profusely while watching a bunch of children I have no affiliation with play football.
This is true.
You know what I mean?
This is very true, because I always felt weird going. I mean, I know you got to be like around constituents, as I call it,
Well,
you got to make it a pay.
Because you're, no, I don't know if we ever said.
I don't think so either.
Yeah, you're excellence.
Yeah, village council member.
Village council member.
So I'd like to, I like to see teachers and principals and people in the community I interact with.
Yeah.
And with that, so it's always good to do that. But I'm not actively sitting and cheering for kids. I have no idea. I'm not wearing my Letterman jacket, which I never got one, by the way.
You didn't?
Oh, I never wanted one. I mean,
really?
Yeah.
I thought when we.
Nope. Never wanted one.
You're more of a trench coat guy.
Yeah, like, oh God, that's a dark joke that I'm gonna say right now.
Nobody fears me, dude. But yeah, okay. Well, would it be hilarious if I wore my Letterman jacket to a game?
Please do.
I don't even know where it's at.
Wow, your mom probably has it.
I think I threw it away. I think I donated it. Yeah, you could unstitch the
Oh,
stitching.
okay.
I think I donated it.
Okay,
Yeah.
wow.
What do I want it for?
You know what I hate about Rudy, the movie?
Rudy Rudiger.
Yeah.
Okay. A lot of things, but
Yeah, I don't like that movie. I don't like the message that it sends to people.
if you suck, you don't have a chance.
I agree. Now, don't get me wrong. I can understand that he tried and, he never gave up. But if, let's say I am a professional or in college and I work my ass off to be a starting position on a college football team.
Okay.
And I see some little weenie wearing a Letterman's jacket that's sacred.
L7 weenie.
Yeah. That'd piss me off. So it's like, you know what I mean? It's like, why are you wearing that?
Well, it didn't
He
match.
got it from a Goodwill or
Yeah,
something.
it didn't
like that.
match. So like
No, but you know what I mean? It's like he wore it to be a part of something that he'll never be a part of.
My favorite part of Rudy Rudiger was when he was that one weird dude in 50 First Dates. I like that. All right.
Because
Yeah,
my
like-
thumb psychotic. Yeah.
that was a good.
No, that was good.
Yeah, that was good. All right, we should probably talk about the podcast for. I mean,
Yeah.
we
It
actually
was
here for
a really
reason.
good podcast, I think.
Yeah, so that was your guest. So I've never met Erin. That was when she walked in, that was the first time I ever met her.
Right. Well, it's the first time I met her in person. I talked to her on the phone and stuff like that. But yeah, in person. So I told you how we connected, right? It was weird.
Yeah.
Yes. So she posted online, or someone shared her post that she was selling her home for sale by owner. She was selling it herself. And, kind of like a vulture, like anybody else out there.
So a dead animal.
Yeah,
vulture. Yeah.
Jump on that like a sexual predator.
It's an office joke. It's from the
Yeah,
office. It's from the office.
Todd
From the
Packer.
office.
Anyway, so no. So I saw that post and I reached out to the original poster, which was Erin, and I said, hey, I'm a local lender. I see you're right in Lodi. My office is right in Burbank. If you need help selling, if you want to host an open house yourself, I can help you do that for you. She called me, we connected, and that was great. And so she told me that she was moving out of state. And so then why are you moving out of state? And then she told me about her music career. And I'm like, oh, your music, because I'm not, I'm not a huge, I love music, but
You're not musically inclined.
yeah, I'm not musically inclined.
What are you inclined with?
Oof. I don't know, other types of, sustenance.
You definitely make noise.
I do make noise,
You
so
definitely make noise when you do it, which could be music to some people.
some music to my ears.
I don't know about
But
that.
no, so
Okay.
I'm not. Yeah, and we'll talk about this in the podcast as you guys will see. But it's like we talk about, if you have it or you don't. The artistic talent. I don't.
You don't have it.
I do not have it. I don't have rhythm. I don't have that big of imagination. I'm not even a good drawer.
Yeah, no, I'm a terrible drawer.
You know, or like anything artistic, like music. My parents did force me to take piano lessons as a young boy, and I couldn't keep my fingers straight. I couldn't keep the rhythm or read the music at the same time, or anything like that. Even the music teacher, the piano teachers, told my parents he just doesn't get it. It doesn't click for him. He's not getting it.
Doesn't surprise us any. Yeah.
No, so I quit piano and I just started eating.
I'm not supposed to have dead hair. What the hell's right? Yeah. Yeah, and you know what? You're really good at it. Really good at it.
Maybe that's what I'm inclined to.
And it shows.
Yeah, this is hard work. It doesn't happen overnight. This takes years of abuse.
Right, yeah. Like, everybody just, this takes work. This is not just, for the week.
No.
Some people play the piano. I get 3 large pizzas from Pizza Hut and
Yeah.
eat it over the sink like an animal. Anyway, so Erin, she was fun.
No, it was great.
She was, I don't know, that was a little more my Sprechen CD Lingading.
That was definitely vibing, and it was. I think we all were. You guys will see Caleb at the end of the couch here, and he was a delight. He was just he was a man's man.
He was
think.
definitely he's the kind of guy that plays guitar with
Yeah.
no shoes on by the bridge.
No,
you're just like, there's a drifter. You know what I mean?
He's
Look at
my
him.
type of guitar player, because even though he looks like and he sounds like in the music, in the songs, that he kicks ass at playing guitar, but he is not the type of person to whip out a guitar like at a party
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean?
He
Like
even
that type of
says that. He
Yeah,
even
yeah,
talks
oh,
about
okay.
it. Yeah, remember? He's like, yeah, like I just don't play it. Actually, he said the strings are too expensive.
Oh yeah, because it keeps breaking. Yeah.
Yeah, and you actually, that's on you. You told me they were bringing a drummer, and I'm like, hey,
yeah, I know you got excited. I could have
hey.
sworn. Here,
Nope.
I'll look it up right now. I could have sworn she said
Yeah,
Caleb,
it's
my
all right. 'Cause
drummer,
if you would have brought a drummer, then we would have talked about like I wouldn't even talked about Erin because
and a poor area.
yeah. And so anyway, we don't want to talk too much more about the interview because we want you guys to listen to it. So that is it's really cool. I mean, she's picking up her life, her family, moving to Tennessee, just outside Nashville, and this is it. This is her. This is what she's doing. And I didn't know how much she was traveling, touring. She's not selling out, but she's in Cleveland over this weekend. The main at Welcome to the Farm, which is like a nightclub for farmers or something like that. Farmersonly.com.
You don't have to be lonely.
I don't. Yeah. Bingo. So, no, that's a good one. So stick around for the next 20 minutes and listen to us ramble. And then, because I'm not going to let you skip. You can't skip because there's a secret word that we're going to throw in there. Whoever hears the secret word in the next 20 minutes wins. In 6 minutes, the room will fill with water. You have 6 minutes to find the 6 remaining harmonicas. Anyway, so let's talk about something that is, in the news. I know that we hate elections. I hate all politicians.
Yeah, it's all rigged.
We can have a whole podcast about that. We'll call it something different. But the one thing that one of the candidates said, Kamala said, she brought up the $25,000 for first-time homebuyers, right? To combat affordability.
This pitch by this.
Right. And you knew a lot of politicians try to stay away from the housing industry because it is so not one way or the other. Okay, so the housing industry doesn't really care about politics too much. They care about what you're going to do, like regulatory shit you're going to throw into life. They care about how you're going to influence the Fed and monetary policies, but they don't really. I mean, loan programs are loan programs. You'll notice that most of the time a presidential candidate won't bring up too much, like won't rattle the cages, if you will. This one did. And the reason why it rattled so much, everybody in the real estate industry was like, hold on a second. And I talked about this, I think 2 podcasts ago. Like, the issue is not, people can't afford homes right now, right? Interest rates are high. Property taxes went through the roof. Why don't we talk about property taxes for a second? Homeowners insurance has doubled. But the affordability issue has nothing to do with giving somebody $25,000.
For those of you who don't know, she said it was $25,000.
$25,000.
Okay, for
first time home buyers,
which is again I've always said this about that part, and it's that they look at they look at what's going to market best, and for them it's a marketing campaign for them, and they're killing it when it comes to marketing and appealing to the masses. So when when masses see that, your run of the mill average Joe person, they're gonna see a headline or a TikTok or a Twitter or Instagram feed or X feed saying, or a story saying, Kamala Harris promises $25,000 for first, and that's all they're gonna say. Oh my God, that's great!
Right.
And then that's all the surface they're gonna read.
And that's the issue, is that this is why it's so surprising that a candidate said this, because when, let's say she wins and she becomes the president, and then this becomes policy, and then all of a sudden all of the voters are like, wait, this isn't helping me get a house. Actually, what it's doing, and this is what everybody needs to understand, is that it's raising home prices. And, I see like the stereotypical, 50-something-year-old dudes just go on Facebook and they're like, oh, home prices just went up $25,000. Like, it's not that. It's not about the money being given. It's the issue that is driving affordability. And we talked about this with Hans. That's why Hans was on the podcast, because there is not enough inventory. So if we start by giving money, I am all for helping out first-time homebuyers. I literally build my entire brand, reputation, livelihood off of helping first-time homebuyers become people achieving their dreams through real estate. That is what I do. That is my grandma's statement. That's what I help. But this doesn't help anybody purchase a home, because if we now give down payment money and bring in more buyers that qualify, but there's not enough houses to buy, the price of the home just goes up.
Yeah.
And it keeps continuing going up. And this $25,000 is all great, but do we all know? I know a lot of people don't know what $25,000 down on your mortgage. Everybody's like, oh, that should drop it by like $200-300 a month. No. Right. So it's not like you're like, oh, like every time I talk to somebody about, well, I don't know if we want to put the full 20% down. And I show them like, all right, well, if you save $20,000 and put this in your pocket and only put 10% down, whatever, just using numbers. They're like, wait, that's all my payment is? I'm like, yeah, that's all your payment is.
It's not, it's not this extravagant.
Everybody's
thing.
like, oh, I thought it would drop by like $1,000. Like, no, it's not a car. It's not something that you're putting, you're buying a $300,000 house, you're putting $25,000 extra down. Yeah, there's just not that much that's going to do.
And again, this is the diabolical brilliance of that party is they know they're not stupid.
It's just, it's wild to me that they said it.
They said, in my opinion, for the exact reason that I think because it appeals to people, and then when it causes the issue, they can either blame the issue on something out of their control, or come in with another, riding on a white horse and save the day with that issue as well.
Yeah.
Because then they'll get to tackle what's causing the supply. So then they'll start building federal houses.
Well, but my fear is that it'll be too late. Like my fear is that then you're going to start artificially, bringing up values on homes, because then here's what it does. So you drive prices because you have multiple offers again. Like, so we already have multiple offers. So now you have 10 to 20 to 30 offers on every house, right?
Right.
So now you drive the prices up. People that already own homes, their equity increases too. Everybody's predicting that rates are going to continue to drop, which means more buyers come to the market, right?
Right.
So not only are we getting $25,000 to bring more buyers, and then rates go down for every 1%, it's 10 million people, 10 million buyers come to the market. I still think that number's wrong. I said 1 million. Somebody told me 10 million. I'm going to go with 1 million, but even if it's 1 million. So now you have less inventory, more buyers, higher prices.
Right.
And then you have an entire group of people, first-time home buyers, who are like, you know what? I'm done. I'm discouraged. I don't want to do this anymore. And I'm just going to go rent. I'm going to go live with my parents. I'll figure something else. Screw you. I'm not buying a house. So then all of a sudden, now inventory kind of stays the same. The demand drops because half the people are like, I'm sick of this. I can't afford it. It's more expensive than it was supposed to be. I'm sick of putting in multiple offers. And then what happens? Then you have just plummeting property values because they were artificially inflated as opposed to letting like the free market work it out. So now it was like so just like reactionary. It was like, yeah, let's just offer $25,000. It's like
that's the name of the game though.
Well, I get it, but like that's why I was so surprised that a political candidate. That's why we've never seen. I mean, we had like during Obama's presidency where they gave the home buyer tax credit, which was good because it was a federal tax credit on your taxes, right? And it was one time that you claimed it whenever you're a first time home buyer. Perfect.
Yeah.
Not this. That's going to bring additional buyers. Again, I sound like I'm saying like, hey, you're not able to come buy a house. Like, no, you have to say like, no, I would love to help you. But it's like, I don't know. It's like you need gasoline to run a car and then we give them gasoline, but their car's on fire, right? So it's like, oh, here, you need gasoline so you can, own a car and run it. Oh, thank you. But then you turn around and it's on fire.
Yeah.
And here, put the gasoline on it, right? It's just going to make a problem worse. And it's infuriating to me because it's like, you didn't just ask. Like, ask somebody in the industry. Like, I'm not very smart, but I can see that this is the issue. And and I'm not the only one saying this. And it's almost like it's just, it really surprised me. And everybody's like, oh, you're just being a negative Nancy because, it's going to, they're like thinking it's going to make my job harder. Like, no, free money? Like, yeah, let's do this, right?
Well, but pre-approvals will go through the roof. But again, it's like you're going to be waiting there. You're going to, like you said, you're going to get discouraged. And I think less and less, people already have reasons not to buy a home now. And I was looking at this the other day where it's like there's a correlation between and we've talked about this a little bit, but between like marriages and families, because mom, dad, 3.5 or 2.5 kids, that whole American family is diminishing, and as that diminishes, the need for houses diminish. Because if you're single, you're not going to look for most of the time. Most of the time, if people are single, they're happy with an apartment. They're happy with being able to move when they want to.
Yeah.
They don't really need to put their roots anywhere because they don't need to worry about schools. They don't need to worry about job, long-term job, things like that. So as this continues, people are just going to have another reason not to buy. So people are content with now just like renting. They don't need to buy houses anymore. So you're going to have more people exiting the market eventually.
Right. And I mean, and there's still not enough houses for renters either. So it's and again, it goes back to
you see more duplexes. I just got back from Columbus the other day, and I'm sure you've seen them too. It's like you can't, buy Delaware, and it's like you can't drive 5 minutes without seeing a new development going up. But those developments, like 80% of those are apartment buildings.
Yeah, right.
And it's like
townhomes. For sure. And that's what Hans said too when he said like, the only way to make it affordable to build is like if you build upwards. Instead of, like if you're building like townhomes, it's way cheaper than building a house. Yeah. Because you can go up for cheap. It's like when you sprawl out is when it becomes expensive. But no, it's just not going to solve the issue. And it's not a political thing. Like it's just not like my favorite part is people are going to listen to this. They have absolutely no idea my political affiliation. Like without me announcing it, like I'd rather not say it. And you would probably agree. They have no idea what my political affiliation is, but they think that I'm bashing one side. It could have been the other side saying this, and I'm like, you're dumb. Yeah. Like, you're dumb. And it's one thing I wanted to mention, because everybody's like, oh, where's this money coming from? Or just more money. Okay, so during the refi boom in 2020, FHFA came out, and they were like, hey, you guys are making a shit ton of money on these refinances. So they started charging these loan level pricing adjustments. So it was a 0.5. So 0.5 of a basis point. So 50 bips. I'm sorry. Yeah, 50 bips, not 0.5 of a basis point. 50 bips. And mandatory, nothing you could do about it. And that money went into an account. And I went to the VA Lenders Conference last year, so 2023, and they had a guy that used to work for the FHFA. Forget his name, butchering. He's important. Mm-hmm. And he had a security detail, so he's kind of important. And he's in there, and he's like, yeah, nope, that couple $1 trillion is just sitting in there. Wow. And I'm like, what?
So that's where it's coming.
So it's sitting there. Yeah. And so I think one of our podcasts, I went on that rant. It's like, use that money to do something to either like this doesn't solve it. Right? No, yeah. Giving that money back to home buyers is not what's going to solve it. Use that money to give tax subsidies for putting in developments. Use that money to, and again, I'm going back to the podcast right before we had Hans on, and this is why he came in, but he's like, that's not really going to incentivize. So I don't know the answer to incentivize. I just know that the problem is inventory and the amount of houses being built. This doesn't help. This actually hurts it. So I don't have the answer. I'm just a loan officer.
There is no answer because in simple politics, they do not care.
Well, they don't care.
They don't care because it's all about getting votes. Like I'm going to keep on repeating myself. It's they see that they say, oh, the voters are going to love this. First, we're giving them, first we want to give them, the COVID relief fund. And now we're giving them this because all they see is the dollar sign. Right. They do not care about that. They really don't care about. They just see it's a method to.
But this is
that's all it is. So that's all it is. So they want to get votes, and this is going to work with getting them the bottom line votes. But it's only going to be 3 to 4 years into her presidency if she gets elected that they're going to people are that. Voted for her because of that claim. They're gonna be like, we were screwed.
Yeah, and it's
we were bamboozled.
But at that point, it's too late.
No, exactly. Yeah, they don't care because they're already in office.
Well, I get it. Yeah. I understand. So that was the point that I wanted to talk about it because I'm like when it came out, everybody's making these right wing just videos getting emotional about it, and it's like, hold on, just let's not get emotional about it. Right. Let's literally just talk about I don't have to bring up any data. It's super simple. We understand how supply and demand works and what's driving the prices. Right now, if you ask somebody who's not a homeowner and they're trying to buy and they think that it's not affordable to purchase right now, right? The reason why that somebody may vote for this political candidate, right? Right. They would say, yes, this should help. Because they're not educated, because they have no idea that only the $25,000, first of all, you're going to have to cover your closing costs inside of that. Number two, you're going to have, if you use the rest of the down payment and your closing costs and you're left with what, $15,000 roughly, what's that going to do to your principal and interest? Right. You're talking tens of dollars here, right? And you're not talking about I'm now, average mortgage payment $2,000 now goes back down to $1,200. That's not what it's going to do. No. And it's going to, so, okay, if it's not going to do that, but it brings more people to become buyers, then yes, the price of a home is going to skyrocket. And then it's like, then it doesn't matter about the $25,000 because, oh shit, this just went up 25 or 20,000 or 15 or whatever.
Yeah, it's cause and effect. I mean, again, they don't think of XYZ. They just think of ABC. They raising more minimum wage. I mean, that's a whole other thing we can get into, but it's the same thing there. McDonald's, we're going to, Democrats say we're going to make it mandatory that your minimum wage McDonald's or anybody in the state or whatever, your minimum wage is going to be $20. That's your new minimum wage. Okay, well, we'll take off the dollar menu, which I miss, and
we can see
I've lost so much weight, but we're going to raise our prices. It's like McDonald's doesn't care, or any corporation like that doesn't care about that. They're gonna fire employees. They're gonna work on their bottom line, and so it's like they're gonna raise their prices. They're gonna find something to supplement the loss that they have now. So everything's gonna go. That's how it works, people. That's how inflation works.
But with that's a little bit different of a subject. But I do
Rabbit
like.
hole.
I mean, let's get down. Let's get the deep state out with the big corporations. I'm cool with that. But anyway, no. What I'm saying is it's. People are so the right side of the political spectrum is correlating it to that, to where if I just give $25,000, prices go up $25,000. I'm here to say, prices are going to go up if we give 25 grand. Probably more than $25,000 though. They're going to if we bring double the amount of first time home buyers, that means every house instead of having 4 offers now has 8, right? Like easy numbers, and it's going to not help your affordability. And then when it's time, when rates come down and maybe we start building more houses, you want to talk about an affordability problem. You just spent a couple years with giving people $25,000, multiple houses. If it appreciates 10% year over year, which is, we've been kind of close to that the past couple years. So now it's even higher. Mm-hmm. You're 30% higher on prices before the next president. And did it work? No, it didn't work. Right now you made it a bigger of an issue, and that crashed there. The housing value crash if we build more inventory, or if a ton of foreclosures, please Lord, don't let that happen. But if there's a ton of foreclosures, like kind of something similar to 07, 08, which can't happen again, but something could happen again, just not like that, you're then like property value is going to plummet. Right. And then you're back into the same scenario of like, all right, or the opposite scenario of what we have now. Now it's like two polar opposites. And that's like the biggest frustration for me, because we try to educate as much as possible, and then something emotional comes out like that, and it's like, well, what the hell? Or like, I'm going to wait for this $25,000 then. Like, okay, let me educate you. It sounds great, but it's not going to do what you thought it's going to do. So if you go to Housing Wire and check out all the articles, you'll see there's a ton of people that are bringing commentary about it from both sides of the aisle, which is good to see, right? I love bipartisanship. Love it, right?
Yeah.
So you love to see it when people are working together, but it's like, you're right. It's an emotional hot button issue that wants to get votes, but it's like, how irresponsible, because you have no idea what that's going to do. I mean, you have to be very careful what you say when you're in power, because some commentary influence mortgage rates. Like when Jerome Powell gets up and does his press conferences, we've seen like 100 basis points switch, right? From when he starts talking and when he stops. So it's like, you have to be careful with what you say around the housing market, and that just ain't it. That's just not it. Now, I'm all for helping first-time home buyers. Everybody, like any home buyer, I would love getting more people into houses and becoming, their own landlords of themselves. That's just not it.
Yeah.
Just not it.
No.
Anyway.
Yeah, but Erin was great.
Oh, doom and gloom. Yeah. Hope you like country music.
Well, this is the thing. I think this is what they wanted to get us, because it's not simply country music. I didn't think
I
didn't think she wanted to block herself from by just that, because it was like, what did she say that woman called her? Like a country rock punk or something like
punk
that?
Country or something like
Punk
that.
country.
Yeah, country punk.
Yeah.
Country, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So no, it's I told her it was I listened to it.
Yeah.
Right? I was gonna wait for the rest of the podcast. I despise country music. I hate it with a burning passion inside of me. But I can listen to her. She's got a great voice. She's unreal.
Yeah.
And she's she plays guitar. Didn't know that. I should have talked more about that yesterday, because I watched one of her music videos and she's just they're stringing the guitar.
Yeah.
So anyway, so yes, let's get into the Erin interview and enjoy.
Yeah, let's do it.
Oh, I tell people I'm from Cleveland.
Hopefully.
Yeah, I'm from Cleveland, right?
Yeah.
Like he's from Alabama. Where in Alabama? Muscle Shoals.
But I live 30 minutes from Muscle Shoals.
Listen to that.
I know. I love to hear him talk.
So when you hear
Tell
me
him to
talk,
say boil.
Say boiled.
Come on.
All right.
Bowl. The bowl.
Bowl. So when you hear me talk, you're like, wow, that's a crazy accent, or no?
No, y'all sound pretty normal.
Like we sound like the news.
But like sometimes she sounds like Minnesota. A lot of it's like that.
Like like the we'll pick that up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a little nasally, like that's like that.
Yeah.
Like the
I'm from Ohio.
Minnesota
Come on.
soda.
Just a scotch.
I say a scotch. I say a scotch, not a scotch.
And then pass by. Oh,
Yeah,
I do
that's
do
the
that. I
Midwest.
do
Yeah, you guys
do
don't
that.
say "ope" down there in Alabama. Like if you get in my way and I'm like, oh, my bad. Like, oh,
Yeah, I think most people probably do that.
okay.
Do you say ope?
I say "ope." Hell yeah,
See,
I
I
say
do
"ope."
too.
Yeah. I'm Midwest through and through. Look at me.
Yes.
I mean, come on.
Right?
I'm like chubby with a beard. I mean, every Midwest dad you've ever seen.
It's in style.
Well, let me keep telling myself
I
that.
got to, or I get to. I should say I get to. I have the privilege of announcing our high school football game
Oh, fun.
Friday tomorrow.
Is it Norway?
Yeah, and I've been working on the announcing voice because I hate my normal voice. So it's like touchdown, things like that. So I can't talk directly to the mic by saying that, but yeah, I have to turn that on.
There's a different voice on stage all the time. So.
Yeah,
Is there?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So I know what performing is like. It's been forever though, but I actually just was on a podcast 2 days ago talking about like my genius, and like working in your genius helps you be energized, be more efficient. You're really good at it, right? All this fun stuff. But mine is performing. Like that's like what my genius is, and I like base my business around it. So first of all, this is we ADD, like ADD real bad,
Same.
right? No Adderall today. Like we're just going right into it, okay? But
And you're drinking a Prime.
and a Prime. Yeah, I mean, this is yeah. Maybe one day we'll get sponsored. But okay, this has nothing to do with you. Is it weird to think like these big ass bands? Like for me, I love System of a Down. Like they just have a house or an area somewhere where they just go and practice. And like, could you imagine like having that area? Or like every band in the history of the world has band practice, and it's just in like some random warehouse somewhere that nobody knows.
or
Yeah.
do you have that now?
We do.
Yeah.
I can't say where.
Do you guys? So is it just your area, or is it like an area you guys rent?
So we have very good friends who allow us to perform in their huge shop warehouse looking
awesome.
thing.
Okay.
So yeah.
Yeah, could you imagine the Beatles actually just are band practice down the road here, like except they would have an accent, but that's I don't know what made me think about that. I think it was like 2 days ago, like when I posted that we were having you on, I was like, you know what's crazy is like they have to practice, like there's no. Like it's not just like, hey, we know the song and we wrote it and we're just getting up on stage, or is it?
Sometimes.
We aspire to practice.
Okay.
Most of the time we just have to show up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stoic. So stoic, that guy.
Yeah, so like when I completely replaced my entire band pretty much, we were having a couple of practices with like new drummers and stuff just to make sure that they were legit. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah,
We had to
yeah.
make sure that we could all vibe and mesh together. And
Okay.
Pretty much just came in and learned all the songs, and then we just play them. So
Yeah.
you don't really have to.
Okay. So, how often do you guys practice?
Well, we're about to practice tonight, him and I, but
Wow.
Yeah. Just
Whenever we feel
I
like
would
we
say-
need to, I guess.
okay.
on average once a month probably.
Really?
Yeah.
So
Okay.
how many people are actually in the band?
Counting me 6.
6
Yeah.
altogether.
6.
Okay.
So we got a drummer.
Got a drummer out of Nashville.
Okay.
Got a bass player out of Reynoldsburg, Ohio. He's originally from West Virginia.
Oh, okay.
Got Caleb on guitar from Muscle Shoals, Alabama. I have another guitar player, Mark Simmons. He's out of Copley. And then I have a B3 player also out of Marietta.
A B3.
Yeah, B3 and keys.
Oh.
The
okay.
organ.
Yeah.
That is like the best instrument on this planet.
The organ?
Is the B3 organ. Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Okay. Yeah. I mean,
But yeah, there's 6 of us.
Okay. And so now, because you're up here, you have shows this weekend. Are you at the farm up in Cleveland?
Yes.
That's gonna be cool. We're like for 2
Yeah.
days, right?
Yeah, so Saturday we're at Acoustic at the Country Legends Festival out
Okay.
in West Liberty. It's down by Dayton.
Somewhere. Okay.
Yeah,
Somewhere
on
around here.
Saturday. So like Chris Cagle, Diamond Rio, Blackhawk, Tracy Lawrence are on that bill.
Tracy Lawrence. Is that
So pretty sweet.
That's Tracy Morgan, isn't it? You drive a fast car.
Fast cars.
Tracy Chapman.
I'm like,
All right,
wait a
there
minute.
we go. Yeah, sorry again.
Whoa, but Luke
Yeah.
Combs redid that too.
Oh,
But then Sunday, Monday, we're at the Welcome to the Farm with my band.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I
Excited.
don't think I announced this on air. I just said it before we got on that I do not like country music at all. So this is like going to be, so like I was listening to your song. Now I am going to say this. I listened to, shit, I should have remembered it.
Was it Country Girls Do It Better?
That's it. Okay, your
think that's the one you
voice,
said.
your voice though, kind of sounds like a very famous country music singer that I used to listen to growing up. Right?
Who's that?
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm just saying. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh wait. Oh, I should probably look some. She's like, yeah, you're really good. Your voice is
you.
really good.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, I was reading your bio. You said, how do you say it? It's punk? What is
Funny
it?
story about this.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. But what's it called?
Punk rock of country.
Punk rock and country. Okay.
Because we were playing Country Fest out in Wisconsin.
Okay.
And that was a huge show, obviously. I mean, Keith Urban was there, Dina Carter, Warren Zeters, all that stuff. So we were on the side stage, but it was amazing. There were like thousands of people there. But we had to play like 5 sets throughout the entire day. So we get done with one of them, and there was a girl that came up. She was clearly drunk because you're at a country
happens.
music festival.
Yeah, it just happens.
And she's like, "You're the punk rock of country." Actually, I heard that 2 or 3 times that night. So I was like, all right, I guess I am.
So the punk rock of country.
I'm more of a rock singer than a country singer, but
Okay, all right. So I only listen. I'll be honest with you. I only listen to that one song. So
Yeah.
I'll listen to some more. I promise you. So who is your favorite punk band of all time, and why is it Blink 182?
why is it not Blink
No,
182?
why is it? I said I didn't even let you answer the question. Like, I mean, that's like. So do you have?
Are they really punk rock though?
Yeah, they'd be punk.
Small things.
I mean, the Misfits were punk rock.
Yeah. So like they would. So Blink 182 would have been at the end, right? Like Green Day. and
Sure.
Blink
Yeah,
182
Green
were kinda
Day.
At the end.
Oh yeah. Actually, funny about Green Day. So my new songs that's coming out, I've got 2 that we wrote together. One of them, some of the chords are almost the same. It's kind of like a Green Day feel, but it's kind of country at the same time, but kind of rock,
Yeah.
but kind of punk rock.
So did you say play it for us?
I can play it.
Yeah, and you actually. Oh, you have it on your phone.
I
Yeah,
do.
you can play it. Yeah.
Yeah, we were down in Nashville actually last week recording.
And you were recording.
Got back.
How many songs did you
Friday.
record?
2.
2. What's that like? Is it like 80 hours? Like is it like, or is it like quick? Like seriously,
was
I have no idea.
brutal, but-
Was it? It has to be awful.
It was
It's like
Monday
2
through Thursday.
days, man.
Yeah.
It's like so you're just there. Okay, so when you're recording, isn't it layered? Like so because you're not in a full band. It's not just like a full band in a studio, right? Isn't it like each individual?
So what you do when you first go in there, so you lay down the scratch tracks first. So I'm singing along with the drummer, bass player, and the rest of the instruments, except for he played guitar, acoustic guitar, rhythm guitar, and the keys, B3 and keyboard, full
Okay.
piano. So that took a while because he played all those instruments. But when we first laid down the scratch tracks on the first day, it was drums, bass, guitar, and then I sang just the scratch vocals.
Gotcha.
So then the next couple days was him
Yeah.
doing the rest of the instruments, the solos, all that stuff, and me singing the actual.
Yeah. Well, we talked about that maybe a couple episodes back about, just like the behind the scenes working that no one like really thinks about or cares about.
Yeah.
They see the song, they see the front product. So Katie at Ohio Places You'll Go, she's an influencer, quite a few followers, but she might not picking up. No. But she like tells us like she has to prep, she has to edit the video, she has to do all this. So like you're practicing, it's like not many people see or can appreciate that aspect because they don't know about it. They just see you guys on stage.
Right.
But there's a lot, just doesn't happen.
No, there's a lot.
a lot of suffering.
There's so much, and also the
Blood, sweat, and tears for real. But
so
worth it.
also like you have a producer or no? Like,
Yes.
Okay, so what's crazy is that what you guys have in your head and what you perform live is not necessarily what gets produced. So I have a buddy that is the drummer for Red, White, and Blue. I don't know if you ever heard of them.
Oh, that sounds familiar.
So and yeah, he's like. I forget who their producer that they signed was, but they basically were like, all right, how you perform and how we're going to record, not the same thing. You do as I say when we're recording. On the road, you can do whatever you want. So is that the same? Like, do you feel like maybe when you finally get that end product, it's like, oh, okay, that's a little different than
We
what we play.
try to keep it as close to what I've recorded as possible.
Yeah.
But I mean, sometimes we go outside the box there on stage, but
Oh yeah,
We
on
try
stage.
to make
For
it
sure.
sound just as close as possible
Yeah.
to what we recorded. but-
Okay. So I've been to Nashville before. I think I have. I think I've been to Nashville before.
You probably were, but
Could you imagine me in
probably had a good
Nashville not
time.
liking country music? Like that's wild,
No.
right? It's actually a good time. I like it. It's
Yeah.
a good time. So when you're performing, do you guys have? Is it like all original music, or is it you do covers? Do you like take requests from like when you're in Nashville? Obviously, everybody.
So depending, I mean, we do covers with my originals because I only have 7 that are released. We'll have 9 soon.
Okay.
With the 2 that we're releasing. But we do a combo of covers, and we do a lot of rock covers too.
Yeah.
Allman Brothers is, in our set list twice. But sometimes we'll take requests just depending on where we're at. If we're at a, dive bar or something, and somebody drops $50 in my bucket, if
Hell
we can
yeah,
play it,
brother.
we'll play it.
Yeah.
Free
Yeah.
bird all day. Yeah.
He can do it.
Do you shred with some Freebird? You can kill it because there's like
yeah.
so in Nashville they always have like on the little whiteboard like your Venmo or whatever, and then they're like if you yell Freebird you owe us $100, right? Like those. So like because there's a drunk idiot
You go
that's
bankrupt.
There's
I'm always
always
there.
one.
I'm always there. Yeah, and I'm just always yelling it like Freebird or play Reba. I'm a big Reba guy. Love Reba.
Reba?
Maybe your voice was a Reba-ish, Reba-ish, Reba.
Maybe.
I got to listen again.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll have to do it again. Again, just, wet behind the ears over here. So, all right. So let's talk about did you grow up in music? Did you just one day start singing and you're like, holy shit, I might be good at this?
Yeah.
Like,
Maybe
what
do
is
that-
it? Because like I was, like I said,
maybe do that for a living. Be professionally good looking. Be a professional singer.
Well,
so was that it? Did you,
so I've kind of always known. I mean, from the age of 9, I told my parents all the time I was going to be a rock star.
yeah?
They just laughed at me all the time. They always encouraged me to sing. Like I have a sister. She's older than me, but she can't sing. She is tone deaf. Sorry, Tiffany.
Same.
She's tone deaf. But she would start singing, and my parents would be like, just let your sister sing it. Let Erin sing. So, I mean, they always encouraged me to sing. My parents, always played really good music growing up, records and all that stuff. I'm dating myself, but
Oh.
aging myself. But,
Records are coming back.
Records are cool.
I was always in plays and choir and all that stuff. So, I mean, I've sang my whole entire life pretty much, and I've always known I wanted to do this professionally full time.
Yeah. So you were in
So,
choir? In school?
Show
Yeah.
choir and
Musical,
plays and musicals. Yeah.
What was your favorite musical?
gosh, probably Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat.
Wow.
I didn't have a lead role or anything. I was just the choir and stuff. But that was a fun time. But
That was cool. I love musicals. I love performing and like being in
Yeah.
the pit orchestra. I think they're a blast until you do the Sound of Music and then you're there for
Oh,
4
yeah.
hours. And then you're on your little drum throne and your ass hurts like nobody's business. It's awful. That was awful. But yeah, so choir, just always like when did you start performing like outside of high school? Like obviously like you
so yeah, outside of high school, I did a bunch of those talent searches. Like the only one I never did was American Idol, but I did like X Factor a couple of times, The Voice.
How was that?
I made it to the second round in the X Factor in Chicago. That was pretty sweet. But
That's cool.
I don't know. I kind of got burned out on it. I'm like, is this really like? Do they already know who they're gonna have?
I believe
Kind
that.
of rigged. I've always suspected.
But what was that guy's name from south of Worcester? Josh
Oh,
Krasinski,
yeah,
no,
yeah.
Kraskowski or something
Yeah.
like that. Yeah, you remember? His voice is pretty. I mean,
He's phenomenal.
he was good.
Yeah.
But then does he still sing? Do you know who
don't
I'm
know.
talking about? Yeah, that's what I mean. I have no idea. I just imagine finishing second on The Voice. Was that The Voice? It was like brand new. Or was it the X Factor?
That was the X Factor.
He was on the X Factor.
Okay,
Yeah.
is that it? Yeah, you just think like finishing second, right?
Yeah.
Because he didn't win. But I remember there's like a huge watch party at Applebee's, and so
Oh my
Alabama,
gosh, I remember
Alabama, we
that.
don't have very many restaurants around here. Okay, so like we all went to the Bees because they eat good in the neighborhood. So
Yeah, we got eating good in the neighborhood.
yeah, down south. What do you guys have like down? Yeah.
Bubblegum
We
shrimp.
got apple.
Yeah.
I had to say.
We got Zaxby's.
That was so judgmental.
Zaxby's are good. Zaxby's are good. That'd be cool. I think Canton's got a Zaxby's.
We do.
I was like, dude, that's
Is that a we? Canton, like we? Yeah, I guess.
in Ohio.
Yeah, I mean, I think we have a Zaxby's.
Intern.
Or is it? Yeah, see what I mean? This is why we need the intern. You just
Yeah.
point,
Do we have a
point and
Zaxby's
go,
here, babe?
point and go.
My husband said
That's
that.
nice, and there we go. All right, so yeah, that was way out. See, ADD. Here we go. All right, so then you started. Like, when did you start performing at? Because obviously you have to start at bars first, right? Like you have to start at local dive bars.
Karaoke.
That was it? Karaoke? I love karaoke, dude.
Inspiration.
Yeah, dude, we can turn this all into karaoke, by the way, right?
I did karaoke for years. I'm not even joking.
Then
ridiculous.
Were you discovered someone like?
No. So I started dating my husband, and he is friends with a bunch of people that are musicians out of Lodi, actually.
Okay.
And I was in a jam band called Hambone Jambone. Nice. So
you guys got t-shirts?
Please.
I would love a t-shirt that says that.
So like they did Grateful Dead, and I sang like Midnight Train to Georgia and What's Up and stuff like that. So that was like the first band I was ever really in. And then I was in a band called Sudden Change out of Lodi.
I remember them. Why do I know them?
Because they've been around for years.
Did you guys, so what year was that? I know I don't want to date you, but my dad owned a restaurant forever in Creston, and I feel like I have a banner that says Sudden Change.
Probably.
In my garage.
Yeah, so I was in that band, I think, for like 2 years, maybe.
Well, maybe what? Yeah, okay.
2 or 3 years.
Did you perform at a restaurant in Creston?
Probably. I've performed so many places, I don't even remember where I've been.
Yeah, actually, that's Dean Inches. Yeah, that's from our restaurant.
That's why her
yeah.
voice triggered something.
Maybe that's what it was. Maybe I heard you.
And then to say, I heard, when you were a little kid.
Right. Give me a little PTSD of like when my dad
Sorry.
yelled, get back here and wash the dishes, you little shit.
What are you doing?
You're not supposed to be out here.
Stop watching the band.
Right. Yeah, thanks for bringing that up. Thanks, Erin.
You'll never be a singer.
So, you'll never be okay. Yeah, so, so bars, first karaoke, and then
bars.
Then just small bands, and then now, because like you just go by yourself, right? No offense, Caleb, but it's just your name now.
I went out on my own.
That's crazy.
And did my recording in Nashville and put a band together, and I did take a break in 2019 and then COVID. So basically I took a 2-year break. And then after COVID, I was like, I got to do my music. I can't not. This is who I am. This is my being. I have to do this. And so went back doing my own thing acoustically. And then I was in a band for a very short period of time called Country Rain. They were around for a little bit. But I still sometimes play with the guitar player from that band as well. He used to do all my acoustic stuff with me. And then I had put my own little band together and changed it out a couple times. And now I have my permanent band now. And it's crazy. We've been doing a lot of stuff lately.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff.
Well, I saw your
last weekend.
I saw your calendar, you're like where you're touring at, and that's a lot.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
And like performing takes a ton of energy. Like that's what I don't think people understand. Like that's what I will give it up for the people in Nashville that sit there and what is it, like 2 hours, I think? Like if you're on Broadway, like you have to perform for 2 hours?
It's like 3 to 4. 3 to 4.
That's unreal. Yeah.
3 to 4.
So that's unreal. Like like you can't just perform. Like you can't just like go through the motions, because that's not why you are who you are. That's not why you're one of the best at what you do. You're giving every ounce of energy, and then it's like, I got to turn around and do it again. Like that's what's crazy. Because you're Sunday, Monday, right? No, Saturday, Sunday,
Monday
in Cleveland.
Yeah, Saturday in Dayton. Well, West Liberty, which is down by Dayton.
Oh wait, that's Saturday, and then you got to drive up
then
to
we
Cleveland.
We got to be up to Cleveland by 11 on Sunday. Yes, on Sunday for load-in soundtrack, all that fun stuff.
Yeah.
So
it's a lot.
Yeah,
it's a lot. Yeah. So when you have like a busy weekend like that, for sure. Like, so do you have to like wake up, get your voice ready, scream at something? I don't know. What do you have to do?
I'm usually probably screaming at my kids, but yeah.
So that'll get they'll get the pipes warmed up for sure. Yeah.
Or my poor husband, because I get stressed out and then I yell at him. I'm like, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, babe.
And Caleb's like, she's just practicing. She's just practicing.
It's not real. Yeah. Okay. Because for like drumming, like, right, you gotta bust the chops up. You gotta.
And I drink my tea, my throat coat tea and then I take my little throat lozenges. My what are those things?
I was gonna say
they're lemon mint, the Ricola.
Okay.
I swear by them.
Because some days I wake up, I got like the whole sinuses, like all the time. So some days I'm like, man, I can't sing karaoke today. Like I just can't. Like I don't know how these singers do it. Like sometimes
I miss singing karaoke. Actually, I'm just saying.
Right now.
Yeah, I miss it. It's a fun time.
Oh, I thought you said you're actually missing it right now. I was like, who has karaoke at 2 p.m? Because I want to go. Like, that sounds awesome.
Any bar could turn into karaoke.
I told you we could do it right here, right now. Just there's a speaker. I mean, they're not that big, but we could do it. Yeah. So, I've always wondered that, like, what the routine that you have to do to keep your. I mean, that's your instrument, so it's.
I'm same thing with you, Caleb. Do you do any finger stretches or that was a serious question.
I know, that's why it's so funny.
Clip the ladder a few times, I guess. Put strings on everybody's guitar.
He does put strings on my guitar all the time.
But you're always playing, aren't you?
No.
You're really?
No.
You serious?
I just sit if I do anything, I just sit at the piano and play.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I don't ever play the guitar, dude. It's just I do come home at night and write out mortgage.
True. That's true. That's good.
All right, that's fair.
Well, it's just a pain to keep them. Like when I play a set of strings, dude, I have to change them every time because they get worn out and nasty. So it's cheaper for me to not play it.
You go
That's a good point.
hard on those.
Yeah.
We are broke musicians.
That's
okay?
a good point. Yeah, balling on a budget, right? That's what I said about the setup we got here, like balling on a budget. Yeah. So, yeah, that I don't know. To me, I would always have my practice pad in my book bag, like in high school, because I'd always just kept pecking. So to me, like you're always singing. You get to sing in the car.
I'm always singing.
Yeah, that's easy. So that's what I was wondering, like kind of air guitar maybe a little bit, right?
I just listen to music all day, really.
What's harder to play, the guitar or the piano?
I don't the piano, I guess, because I never took like piano lessons. I just figured out like, oh shit, this is just the guitar. So I started doing that, and I can play pretty much whatever.
Yeah, I've never taken a piano lesson, but just from playing like xylophone, and so now like my grandma had a piano, so I'd like sit and play in front of it and try to learn how to play Stairway to Heaven, which
It's pretty sweet.
yeah, I mean, yeah,
Pretty
but
sweet.
it's fun. Like I know like chords, I know music theory, so like I could put like chords together, and I know how like to make it sound. So it's like, oh, everybody knows you know how to play piano. I was like, not a chance. Like no, I don't know how to chance.
Yeah, it's just to me, it's just an instrument instead of like I could have went and got like a 4-year music degree and all this stuff. When really it's just a matter of like I know what keys go where, and
Yeah.
it's just
Well, there's two avenues when you go like to school for music. It's theory or education or for performance, right? So it's, well, if I don't want to teach, why do I have to go get a degree in performance? That makes no sense. But go to school, I guess. I'm not saying don't go to school.
Do whatever you want.
Yeah, no, I think we have said don't go to college.
I'll be saying don't go to school. Like
I'm pretty sure.
I'm going to rock the boat here with maybe some listeners, but has anyone ever been stupid enough to ask you if you went to school for it? Either of you?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I think that's a stupid question. It's like the same thing. Because
I agree.
Because it's like, you just said, you go to school to get a piece of paper to do what you know how to do, you can do on your own, and have a passion for anyway. You don't need a degree to be a rock star.
I think the cool part about
Write that down.
if you it's a new lyric.
That's correct,
It's a new lyric. Yeah, I think like the only thing
That is a great
like,
lyric.
if you go to school for music, I think the one thing it teaches you is networking, right? Like
Sure.
being able to meet other musicians, right? So like I'm gonna bring them up again, but System of a Down, they met at college. Right, they're a bunch of Armenians
pattern here.
that went to the same college, right? And so they, we'll listen to System of a Down. That sounds good. Yeah. But yeah, so like they all met in college, and then because I'm like, how can you find 4 Armenian dudes that are that good at music and that like
They're so good.
So I think it's like a networking thing, but yeah, that actually applies for every degree that's not specialized. But
Right.
I mean, you would say music, like school of music would be specialized. It's music, but it's either education or it's like the business school. It's either like administration or management. Which one do you want to do? Bored.
Yeah. Boring.
Boring. Even as I'm still paying on my college degree. But yeah,
Sorry.
no. So where's your favorite venue to play? I'll ask both of you.
Don't say that.
Where's the best place you've played?
My favorite venue to play is such a good question.
Which one comes to mind first? It doesn't have to be your absolute favorite, but one that you're like when I said it, you're like, oh, I like playing here.
Well, I'll backtrack. Maybe I'll open up a little bit. What the type of venue? How about that?
Not a bar. I don't mind playing in bars, but
It's just
I
tough.
like to play in places where people are actually listening
Yeah.
to the music and watching them play and watching me sing and play guitar. So, yeah, festivals are amazing.
Okay. Yeah.
I would say. I don't mind playing in bars, but I do love playing where people are actually watching us play.
It is crazy.
Enjoying the music.
Yeah.
You know?
I personally, again, I always feel so bad for bands at bars because, again, unless you're at maybe an outside winery or something like that.
Oh, I love wineries too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like when you're inside a bar, I don't want a band playing because it's loud. I don't care how good they are.
It's already
They could be
loud.
fantastic, but it's like another one.
Yeah.
And so again, that's just me being a little curmudgeon.
No, you're right
about
though.
it, but
I agree.
you know what I mean. And you're always
Yeah.
you're always sat right by the speaker too.
No, I love live music.
Really?
I can't agree with
If
anything.
you're like right there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like
That's the best
being
part.
front of
Leave-
the speaker?
I watched Limp Bizkit. See, like now we're really talking.
Nice.
Yeah, right. So that was the best concert I've ever been to. Only because I crowd surfed. Also because Fred Durst laughed at me. But it was so loud, and you leave, and you're just like, "What?" You're just yelling the whole
Well, no,
time. Yeah,
that's
to
at the
me.
concert.
Yeah, but still at a
Concerts.
bar. Like if I'm gonna go to a bar and there's live music, it takes about 1.5 drinks for me to start getting jiggy with it. You know what I mean? So I love it.
Yeah.
That's why I liked going to Nashville because it was, even though I hate country music, it's still like I'm like 2 drinks and I'm out there
trying to
just
change
I'm
your
getting my
perspective
boot
on country
scooting.
music,
What is
man.
it? Boot scooting boogie going. That's what I get
Great
out there,
song.
right? Yeah.
a
See,
great song.
90s country, but no, it's not it's like you have a type of music you don't like, right?
Polka. That's about
There you
it.
go. Yeah. See? Well,
No accordions.
Polka.
yeah, no accordions.
No.
That's my bar
Yeah.
music.
Okay. All right, you didn't answer,
Sorry.
Caleb. Where's your favorite venue at?
I'm with her, dude. Wherever the best crowd is, but festivals. Probably.
Festivals are it.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Caleb, are you married?
No, man. I'm
Okay. Does that make it easier?
He's on the road.
Get some groupies.
He's just a rolling
I
stone.
think you have a couple groupies.
Well, now we're getting somewhere, huh?
Dig deeper.
This is when the parental advisory warning will come up. So cool. Now let me scoot in for this one. Yeah. All right.
He is single, ladies.
Oh,
and he
single,
is
ready to
24.
mingle. 24.
24 years
Wow.
young.
Wow. You have the world by the oyster.
He does.
Yeah. So yeah, go ahead.
a
What?
year ago. I was in law school, man.
Really?
Like in class 2 day. A year ago.
So you have your undergrad or no?
Oh no, yeah. I went to college and I graduated, which it wasn't even until then that I even started like playing out and stuff.
Yeah.
So I started doing that, and then I started law school, and then I got a year and a half into it, and I was just like, screw this.
That's kind of cool. All right. Yeah. That's cool.
awesome.
Yeah, now I'm just thinking about law school because I watched Suits, like the TV show.
Love
Suits.
that show.
Okay, I finished it like a month ago, and I don't know if you knew this, but I know a lot about the law now.
Same.
Yeah, right.
Same.
Right. I used to know more like big words like they use, like I can't think of it because it's been over a month now, so I've already moved on to something.
Don't
else,
use it, you lose
obviously. Yeah. So yeah, I feel like I'm like an attorney now, but
Yep.
that's kind of cool. I think every musician kind of probably has that little bit of a story, right? Like they were like, yeah, nope, I'm not doing this.
What was your like aha moment when you realized this isn't for me?
Oh, dude.
When you didn't bring legal paper.
You still write on legal paper when you write songs.
But yeah, the yellow pad.
Yeah, I definitely do that. Yeah, I got like a stack of them just full of stuff.
Yeah.
I was sitting in class writing those songs. Like,
So that's probably your moment when you're like, I should
Well,
probably not.
it was really cool and stuff, and then I got to a point where I was like, oh, I don't really like how some of this stuff works.
Yeah.
And then I was just sitting, I guess my aha moment, I was just sitting there like looking around, and like this whole class, like 60 people, and they all look the same. And it's like,
That
I'm sitting there,
I don't fit in
I
here.
got dirty ass Vans on. Like this is not for me, dude.
I'm like, dude, I'm not working 20 years going blind on paperwork for what? To be bald, like.
Wow. Yeah.
No
Wow.
offense.
Yeah. No, it's cool.
not-
No, it was taken. Don't worry.
Involuntarily
Yeah.
from your work.
Yeah.
no, but that almost brings a tear to my eye.
He
because
should
it's
be
like,
doing music.
Yeah, because it's like how you said they all look the same. It's like that's deep. That's
Yeah.
really deep.
And we all do.
Yeah.
Same haircut.
Just going to the graveyard.
Yeah.
That's all we're working for.
That's all we're doing, right? That's really morbid. I don't know how to recover from this. Yeah. All right, so we'll get into some of the questions because we've been doing about 30. We try to keep it like about an hour.
Yeah.
Plus, yeah, I'm sure you're busy. Like this is your last day until.
You have to go practice.
Oh
We're
yeah.
practicing this evening. I actually have a styling at like 4:30.
Oh, sick, dude. Nice. You going to the barber too?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, I have a stylist. She's styling me for my photo shoot for
Do you
my
want-
new songs, and then And then
Just getting a shave, clean fade.
And then-
Hell yeah,
no.
brother.
and
So
then
you know,
the Josie Music Awards, she's styling me for that.
Okay.
you know,
down in
you're
Nashville.
gonna plug your stylist.
Stephanie J. Can never say your last name, but she's just Stephanie J. Style.
Okay.
She's amazing. She's out of New York.
Does she wax?
Wait, I'm sorry. Hold on. She's out of New York.
New York. I met her
Yeah.
at Country Fest.
Hold on. So she's coming here to style your hair?
We're clothing style.
Oh,
yeah,
God, I
yeah.
was
we're
way
doing it
off.
over-
Yeah, we went
over
I'm
I'm
FaceTime.
sorry. That's why I said the shave. That's why she wasn't laughing that hard. Okay, that made more sense. I'm like, yeah, you going to the
don't have a
barber too?
beard.
Like, she's like, no. Like, well, yeah, okay. All right. All right.
Okay.
But that's all I have
Now
going
we're all on
tonight.
the same page. Okay, so
Yeah.
you're going to get your clothes. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Holes.
Stephanie J. Style. She's awesome.
Okay, could you tell that I dress myself?
I like your outfit. It's very
Thank you.
nice.
You ever watched the movie
dig it.
Hardball?
Have we watched that, babe?
That's like with Keanu Reeves, right? Yeah. this is-
Maybe we have.
Yeah, and then the G Baby, it's real sad at the end, dies. Spoiler alert. but
Oh,
yeah.
We have watched that. It's been a while.
This is like $22 on Amazon. I was really hammered down in Cincinnati, and this big black guy's walking by, and I was like, "Hey!" I like yell at him, and he like looks at me. I'm like, "Where'd you get that?" He's like, "Amazon."
Amazon.
I was
Love
like,
it.
"No shit." So I get on Amazon, $22. Yep, it was there before I got home. It was
Well, you
awesome.
rock it. You look good.
Yeah, thank you.
awesome.
Wow, thank you. That's-
I like your outfit too.
It has a grease.
we are wearing the same shoes. Yeah. Mine are a little cleaner. You got,
I just.
We got the white shoes going on
yeah.
today.
We got the
I'm just all over the place.
or the Vans.
I can't afford Vans.
This is the conversation now that we talked about styling. I just still can't believe. I thought you meant your hairstylist.
No,
like you're gonna go
clothing.
get like.
She actually just was the co-stylist for Lainey Wilson's photo shoot not too long ago too.
So it's a big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
She just came up to me after our set at Country Fest in Wisconsin and was like, "I want to style you." I'm like, "What?
What's that?
You want to what?"
Hold on.
Excuse me, like do I,
Sure.
like, I was saying this?
draw you.
Yes. She's awesome though. She's my people.
Okay,
So,
that's cool.
Yeah.
yeah. I just that's not where I took it. So I'm like, wow, all right, cool.
I do have a hairstylist who's going to be at the Josie Music Awards as well because her and her husband are going down to Nashville anyway for their anniversary.
Who's the hairstylist? You want to plug that?
Why do I forget her last name?
Oh man, I'm putting you on the spot now.
I've been drinking wine too.
Oh yeah.
Why can I not? I know her. Ellie is her first name. I can't remember her last name, but she's at Roots in Berlin Heights. I should remember.
You drive
why-
to Berlin Heights
I
to
do.
get your haircut?
She's amazing. Oh,
That's
yeah.
crazy.
Ellie's awesome.
I drive to Lodi. Yeah, but he's real good. Like the guy on the square there, Jake.
Yeah, Jake.
Yeah, you know
Yeah,
Jake?
He does my husband's hair.
Oh yeah.
Are you serious?
We had Jake on here.
Jake-
we did,
yeah.
we did
Jake's-
a podcast at Jake.
yeah,
Did you
Jake's
see that
sweet.
one?
I love him.
Yeah.
Jake's a cool dude. Yeah, they're
Yeah.
moving though, so they're moving to South End of Medina actually.
Oh, well, now you got to drive all the way to Medina, man.
That's fine. That's all right. I'll drive.
A lot of bars there.
I'll drive. He has actually a lot of clients. That's why, like, so his is probably one of the more serious podcasts we did, which, like, he's just like us. Like, so,
Yeah.
like, we thought it was going to be more like barbershop talk. And it was like him talking about why it's important to capture data in a business. And I'm like, the fuck is this?
I mean, it is important. I
It
look at that kind of
absolutely
stuff,
is,
too.
but I just
Yeah.
didn't expect that conversation with him. Like, I'm like, feel like we've interviewed other people that maybe that would have been the conversation. But
hilarious.
Which is probably for the best. I mean, if we give like real like barbershop talk,
No.
it'd be like the group chat getting leaked.
right, we would be in trouble.
Yeah, you got to
we'd-
keep that.
That's what, client confidentiality.
Yeah,
that's
there
what that
you
is.
go.
Yeah, nothing leaves those walls, right? So yeah, no, he's moving to the South End,
Nice.
open up like a bigger shop, and which
I remembered the salon now. See, ADD. Rooted at Home Salon is what it's called.
in Berlin Heights.
Berlin Heights.
Is that like the nice part of Amish country, or like Berlin Heights, or? He's
No,
not even
that's up
from
by
here. Look, he's not even,
Vermilion.
he doesn't even go here. Look how hard he's laughing.
It's up by Vermilion.
No, that's
somewhere.
the opposite direction.
It's in the
That's
middle of
Amish
nowhere,
country.
though.
Not
But
Berlin.
I love it. I love it there.
Okay.
But I drive like an hour to get my hair done. Yeah, she's amazing.
That's wild that you drive an hour and a half for a haircut. Or no, I guess that's not a haircut. Like, are you there like all day?
Hairstyle.
I mean, I'm there for like 3.5 hours.
Oh my gosh, I would literally drive into oncoming traffic if that was going on. Dude, Jake sometimes takes like 20 minutes. I'm like, we got to wrap this up, dude.
It's also my like relaxation time.
That is
Okay,
crazy.
It's like a spa.
Yes,
Right? Okay.
kind of.
Does she wax?
I don't know. Maybe.
Okay. I got a whole back.
I'd like to do
I don't
that
know.
live.
Probably spent
If
3
she would do
hours.
that live, yeah, we could
Okay.
definitely do
Let's
that.
get her on.
I'll have to ask her.
ADD moment in the 40-year-old virgin when
Yes.
he does it. When they do when
We're gonna need more wax.
you know he's actually getting waxed. Like that is
Yes.
actually that is
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
No way.
You'd have to pay me. Well, not that much. Probably like 10 grand. I'd do
They
it.
probably paid him pretty good.
They paid him
I'm
pretty good. But could you
sure.
imagine? That was
Yeah.
just that was live. That was just so yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So anyway, we're supposed to get back to the questions that we're
Sorry.
gonna ask. No,
Yeah.
it's cool. So we always ask. Actually, no, we'll change it a little bit for this one. So give me top 5 artists, like top 5 musicians. We always do like
favorite?
movies. Yeah, just top 5. Anybody? No particular order.
No particular order. Gosh.
Doesn't have to be
there are
5. Just
so
give me a
many.
couple, or give me 10, whatever you want.
Everybody's expecting me to say Lainey Wilson, but she's probably in my top 20.
Why does everybody expect you to say? I don't know
Because
who
it's
Lainey
country
Wilson
and I'm a
is.
female.
Is that it? I would think Reba. Shania Twain.
No,
Shania
I mean I
Twain?
like Shania, but
Whose
no.
bed have your boots been under? See, look at me go.
There you go. Good job.
Man. I feel like a woman. Let's go, girls.
Stevie Nicks.
Stevie Nicks, okay.
Stevie Nicks, Susan Tedeschi. Gosh, there's so many. Gretchen Wilson. Remember Gretchen? Yeah.
No.
What? Redneck Woman?
I'm a redneck
Yes.
woman. Yeah, no, I got it now. Yeah,
I'm the same way. I don't like
said
remember
5?
the artist. I remember the song.
that's good. That's good. Did I? Yeah.
Chris Stapleton.
Chris Stapleton. Okay. I know
Miranda
him.
Lambert.
Miranda Lambert. I don't know who that is.
What? Yes, you did. Gunpowder and Lead?
You could name the name. If you sang it, I'd be like, oh, okay, I know that song, right? Like that's my like. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's some.
All right, Caleb, give me 5.
Stones, Bob Dylan,
Yeah.
Beatles, Led Zeppelin, Boston, the old stuff.
Yeah, I'm a big Zeppelin. I like Led Zeppelin. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I played in a percussion ensemble for like Ohio music educators. I don't know something, and it's called Bonham. So
Nice.
it's like the drummer for and that was the coolest. And then did you see when they it's at the Kennedy Center every year or whatever, like they like honor an artist, and the year they did Led Zeppelin, and then they covered Stairway to Heaven.
Oh my gosh.
And then the drummer is John Bonham's son, and then I forget the lady who sang it, but I'm getting goosebumps just talking about it.
Nice.
But could you imagine performing? All right, you did a cover.
I do love Heart also.
Yes, it was hard. Yeah. So could you imagine doing a cover of a song in front of the artist, some legendary artist, and they're like crying because what you're performing is so beautiful?
I would love that. That would be a dream come true.
I'd shit my pants.
Yes.
Is what I would do. Like,
For real.
You were pretty close to that.
What do you
Were
mean?
you?
We sang Strawberry Wine right
Oh, I
before Dina Carvey
did.
in front. Wow.
I did.
Wait. Who I know Strawberry Wine. 17. That one. Yeah. something
really
about
good. I love
something
it.
about
Yeah.
a July moon or something like
Yeah,
that.
Dina Carter.
Who is it?
Dina Carter.
And you sang? Did you say what? Did
Strawberry Wine.
you say? What'd you say?
I said it was hot.
Oh, I thought you said. I thought you were like she's hot, and I was like,
Nah, she's old.
She's hot still.
she
for
still
her
might be
age.
hot. I don't know. It's warm outside. Maybe she is hot.
You
So,
did better than she did.
Oh, thank you.
wow.
Yeah,
All right.
but like
Oh, thanks.
a lot
Oh
of
my
people said that though.
So you performed it in
Oh my gosh.
basically right in front of her. Like where
I mean,
was
she
she?
was there.
She hear it?
I don't know. I hope so. I
That's
sang it a
gotta be
couple
good enough.
times.
She sang it 10 minutes later.
She did.
Oh yeah.
So then she did. She
can't
definitely
let
heard
her
it. Yeah, that's what I mean. She's not that old, dude. So yeah, she definitely did. If she played it 10 minutes later, then she definitely
I
heard
hope
it.
so.
Yeah,
That
for
was
sure.
sweet. Yeah.
I
For
was
sure.
actually looking for a drummer and found him, and he was like, "Look who I had looked
Yeah,
for."
my drummer was with her. Yeah,
But
eating.
Get
Get
up on stage. All
Where's
right.
my drummer?
I see a drum set. I see a drummer. Catalina wine mixer.
Always looking for.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's it. All right. So we always do what? Give me like a favorite movie. Give me a favorite movie.
Favorite movie?
Yeah, you could be a top 5. It doesn't have to be your absolute favorite.
Gosh, there's so many.
Oh, dude, yeah, I'll take one, man. I appreciate it.
That Alabama accent
trying
was
to
unreal.
think.
Like eyes thing.
Oh, you're like slurping your drink, like letting the waiter know.
Yeah, you're
Oh my
kind of
gosh.
crushing it.
What is that movie where they're I don't know why I'm drawing a blank right now, but they're like transporting moonshine and making moonshine and stuff.
Lord of the Rings.
Lawless. Lord of the Rings. I've never even seen that movie.
Wait,
Lawless.
Lawless is good.
Lawless is one of your favorite movies.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
it's
love
not
that
bad. Yeah, it's just that's
Love that movie.
that's a wild card. I'm not
Yeah,
judging.
that's-
Shawshank too, but everybody says Shawshank. So.
No, nobody
See,
says
I knew
so.
you'd be like, don't say that.
You don't like Shawshank? Is that
No,
what
I
that
do.
means?
No, I do.
It just can't be your favorite.
Dude, I've watched it 5,000 times.
So it's obviously your favorite movie then. Like, all right. So what's your favorite movie?
I
Or-
don't know, dude. Probably like Legends of the Fall. or
Oh, that's a
something.
great movie.
Another good answer.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had. So he talked about Katie, so from Ohio Places to Go. So she's a huge content creator, and she said The Great Gatsby.
That's a great movie too.
No, not when you say your top movie of all time.
No, I don't want to
right?
say that. Yeah.
Right. And then we judged her. I'm like, with Leo? She's like,
Leo?
and she knew it. She's like,
Also, Jason and Confused is in my top 5.
oh, yeah.
Yeah, you got
All right.
that. Yeah.
So in my top 5 is always Aladdin. Everybody's like, what? Like, that might be
That's
the
a good
funniest Disney movie of all time.
It
When was
is.
the last time you watched Aladdin?
It's hilarious.
It's made for adults. Like, it's made for us to
a
watch
lot
it.
of those
Yeah.
movies are though.
Yeah,
Those
well,
Disney movies.
none of the newer ones aren't that.
No,
good.
they're shit.
The older ones.
The older ones are hilarious, yeah, for sure. Yeah, no, so I was always Aladdin. All right, and then we always do, this is a newer one, last meal. You're on death row.
Yeah.
Give us your last meal.
My last meal.
Yep. You beat Reba to death.
Sushi.
And you're accused.
You beat Reba to death.
Sushi.
Sushi, that's
I
it?
love sushi.
That's-
Love it.
Okay.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Sushi.
Caleb?
And red wine.
Okay.
So a glass of red
Halfway
wine, some
there.
sushi.
Pinot Noir.
Right before death row, maybe a nice book, and you're dead. Yeah, you're dead.
No,
you're
music,
dead.
not a book. I don't like to read.
You're not a reader? I hate reading. ADD. I don't even know what I read. Yeah. Yep.
I don't know, dude. My mom like makes this soup all the time, so probably that.
That's the sweetest answer I've ever
Oh,
heard.
that's so nice.
Yeah.
Bro, you got to send this to your mom. You have
What
to
does this
send
soup though consist of?
Yeah. Yeah. What is it? Is it an
Yeah, what-
gumbo?
That was a murderous answer.
Sorry, that was-
Is it gumbo?
You say a murderous answer?
Why, 'cause he's
yeah, a
from
little
the
bit,
South?
right? Like, yeah,
Sorry.
I know why you're on death row. You know what I mean? I just didn't. Mom's soup. I'm like, well, we definitely know who they're gonna. Yeah,
Oh my gosh, I'm dying.
I don't know, man. I just
Yeah, what kind of
on the
soup is it?
spot, I was just like,
No, it's a good answer, but like
shit, something my mom makes because everything else sucks.
yeah,
Are you dogging my cooking
It's like
right
vegetable soup or something.
Okay.
vegetable soup. Yeah,
Nice.
you know,
It's like
dogging her
everything
cooking.
that's in the cabinet and throw it in the pot, whatever. I don't know.
Some Cheerios in there.
now?
Yeah.
Yummy.
Some outdated, like some just.
Stale Dorito.
Yeah. Oh man.
It's not the worst. You ever have one of those nights where you're just like, I don't know, hammered, and you come home and you like want a little snack, and then you grab something out of the pantry and it's stale Doritos. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
You ever had one of those, and then you're like, I just have to persevere. Like, I just have to. Yeah, you just right.
Damn it. You can start a fire with those, you know. That's why I keep those around.
Are you serious?
That's why you keep them around.
You had a little.
Start a fire with
Can you
those.
really?
That's why I don't eat Doritos, because they're so bad for you. Yeah.
Will burn for like 20
Oh yeah, no, I've
Stop
done
eating those.
off-grid or dispersed camping before, and we've used
Yeah.
those.
That's crazy. Why am I just not finding this out?
I didn't
learned
believe
something
it
new.
Either, dude.
burning.
I love lighting shit on fire, so I feel like we should
Why
do
am I
this.
not surprised?
Yeah,
is a
right.
Pandor's
Like
box.
I'm a Midwest guy. Like look where I live, right?
This
Yeah.
building may not be back when
Yeah.
you.
Well,
when
no,
you
no.
come
I
back
mean,
for your-
great. There I go. There, I'm going to jail. Perfect. Yeah. All right. So, those are normally people take a little bit to answer
You
that.
guys
So
had
good
those
for
in
you
the
guys.
whole
That was.
story,
It's
yeah.
almost like you knew like what we were going to ask. Yeah. All right. So we'll close out here. But the biggest thing that you guys could say to someone, maybe younger, right? Like, so we'll start with you, Erin. Like, somebody that's younger that wants to perform and do what you're doing. What's the best advice? Or what can you go back and tell yourself if you were like 16, 17?
Two things. Never give up. Ever. Second thing would be, who gives a shit what anybody thinks about you?
That's the toughest one that I've been trying to come to grasp with.
I mean,
and that is-
shouldn't they give up those like really bad? Like if your sister pursued a career in singing, wouldn't you tell her to give up?
No, maybe she should get better.
I mean,
Which goes back to that's a wild.
you're not wrong though. But
Yeah, but all right. So do you have to be born with it? Do you? Maybe it's Maybelline. No, I'm just,
Yes.
But yeah, you have to be born with
yeah,
it.
you do.
Like
You do.
I do agree. I do agree. Yeah. So we used to have to take like vocal lessons because like when you would pitch timpani, you got to like sing like to yourself, and I was so bad. I'm just such a bad singer, just terrible. And then you're like, yeah, there's just nothing we can do about this. There's just
And just
nothing.
be
Yeah,
honest
no
with
hope.
yourself too.
Well,
Like,
that's
All right. So there's
Yeah.
three things. There it is. All right.
Be honest with
Okay.
yourself.
Yeah.
Don't care about what other people
'Cause-
think about you, and never give up.
And sometimes you just can't sing.
You don't
dude.
have it, you don't
just-
have
like,
it.
Yeah.
No,
Be
but
honest with yourself.
But no, but yeah, being
That sounds
honest.
terrible, but-
no, but being honest versus lying to yourself is
Yeah.
what the
Yeah.
thing is. It's like, yeah, don't lie to yourself.
Yeah.
Be honest with yourself.
Yeah. Caleb, what do you got? What's your one thing? Go back to 17-year-old Caleb, which was like 4 years ago.
Yeah. Like, dude, I'll
So
just say don't live in the Instagram world. Like, live outside, dude. Be a real person.
That's a good one.
Wow.
You're an old soul.
He is. I say
This
that
is
all
gonna
the
be
time.
on Instagram. You know that, right?
Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah.
I'll have to log in to see it.
Right. We talked about this last podcast that we were like, the Instagram lifestyle isn't it what you think it is, right? So they see your videos of you like performing, and they're like, oh my gosh, like they don't see the shit that the years you went like
Yeah.
what you had to go through and the years before it. And
I have so many stories too.
yeah.
I try to be honest. I try to be as honest as possible and real. I mean, I'm not even wearing any makeup today. No makeup.
We aren't either.
I wear makeup when I'm on stage, yeah, but like I try to be real and honest and a good person, and you know, even on my Instagram I try to be honest, but
Yeah.
you know.
There you go. Sometimes you
I
get.
just mean like don't go do stuff just so you can like post.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go do something
That's
you
what we talked
actually
about.
want to
We talked
do.
about
Yes.
Right. Yeah, you're only somebody's posting something for a reason. You didn't see the other shit. Like, don't just chase your life trying to post on Instagram or like, you know, brag about this, brag about that. Like, yeah,
Why?
just live your life. So, which is great for a musician to say, because that's what you guys are like. I mean, you're performing for 3-4 hours. I can't believe that's just wild to me. Like, I could never do
It's
that.
a lot, but
yeah. And yeah, you're just living in the moment. So that's cool. Well, hey, thanks so much for stopping
Thanks
by.
for
Well,
having us.
I've been dying to hear this song. Can we?
Oh yeah, well, that's right. We got to do that
Burning
first.
Bridges?
Let's yeah.
Yeah, this is the
Do the
rock
song.
song.
Yeah,
The
put
other
it-
one's kind of pretty country.
So wait, do you own your music?
yeah.
You don't have there's no like. Okay, cool.
I don't
So
want to sign my life away.
can
An
I
artist.
can I change? So can I use your music for the intro for this podcast?
Not this one.
No, but the ones
the other
that I
stuff,
have.
yeah, Country
that's
Girls,
out?
yeah,
Okay, all right,
yeah,
all right,
Spread
play-
My Wings.
Yeah.
You know.
Released, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right,
So-
play it out.
All right.
Here we go.
Ready?
Yeah.
Oh wait, I got started over.
Oh, she's
Hold
just
on.
in the middle. It's just wild. You wrote this? Wrote it?
Both of us.
Yeah, your voice is unreal. I mean, it's really good.
Thank you.
I just don't know. Who do people say you sound like?
A lot of different people. This is really me. I'm a rock singer, country rock, but rock.
I would not call this country though. I wouldn't even.
It's a rock song.
It's music. Yeah.
Good songs all kind of sound the same. You know?
See, lighting shit on fire.
Doritos.
Yeah, you're singing to me now. Yeah, I like this.
Please tell me the album is a Dorito.
So, are you performing this now or no?
So
What-
That was great, by the way.
Yeah,
That was
that's unreal.
phenomenally
Yeah.
good.
thank you. So we're gonna be performing them this weekend. We haven't performed them as a band yet, but we're gonna be doing them this weekend on Saturday, and then possibly Sunday, Monday.
Okay. So nobody's gonna go see you in Dayton that's gonna listen to this, but they could go to Cleveland. So that's Sunday, Monday
Sunday, Monday.
at the farm.
Welcome to the farm.
Oh, welcome to the farm.
Yeah, we play 10 to 1 a.m. on Sunday night,
That's-
and then Monday 3 to 6.
10 to 1. That's the main time.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, I was like,
On
on
Sunday.
Sunday, but no, it's Labor Day weekend.
It's like that's yeah.
You know how crazy downtown's gonna be,
I
right?
know, I'm so
It's gonna be packed.
excited.
That might
Yeah.
that might be one of your cooler. I don't want to speak for you, but is that one of your cooler performances around here?
Yeah.
This will
yeah.
probably be.
Dude, I love playing up there.
Me too.
Yeah?
It's fun.
Oh, you have performed up there?
Yeah,
before?
we've done a lot of acoustic gigs
Okay.
up there. Wow. So this will be our first full band up there. But yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
I'm
That's
excited.
yeah. Okay. Well, how can people find you?
Spotify, iTunes, Facebook is Erin Stoll Music, Ohio. Instagram is Erin Stoll Official. TikTok is Erin Stoll Music.
Cool. Do you have like
feel like
a
I'm
link?
missing something,
You have a
but-
link tree?
I do have a link
I
tree.
could probably just link that. I'll link that in the show description.
Yeah,
So-
I'll send it to you.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, awesome. Yeah, I mean,
for having us.
yeah, absolutely. No, thanks for it.
And
Was
for
this
the
was all.
wine.
This was all Aaron. He's
so
like,
excited.
I'm gonna have Erin Stoll on, and I'm like,
Who's that?
I was like, I'm like, the name sounds familiar, and then I sent you a friend request. I'm like, oh shit, I think like my mom like shared some of your stuff.
Oh, nice.
I'm pretty sure. So yeah, it looked familiar. So yeah, thanks for stopping by.